Hi, and welcome to ExportKit. In this example, we're going to take a very deep look into our index page for our WordPress template. Now, this is a very unique page above all others. So be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for new and upcoming videos. Now, let's jump right in. You can see our index page, what we have. Let's actually go and take a look at the layers. Now, unlike our other sections that have a single folder to encompass our entire content, our index is very different. We have a couple of individual sections, such as our top header, our content header, which is the We Work With You. We have our div posts, which is very unique for our index because this is our main post. And what this will do is this will control the actual recent posts and how you want them displayed. And then we also have another section to see our samples with a bunch of sample previews that we can likely edit in the admin area. So let's go ahead and take a look at each section. Now you can see with our header what we've done is we've added a couple option tags for our title and our description, and we have a background here that we can also edit the image and the color. So there are a couple of individual sections that we can edit within the index header. Taking a look at the content header, it seems that it's only the background color that we can edit, but we could have just as easily added option tags to the title or the description, and simply just to give the end user a bit more control over the content. Now, before I jump into the actual posts, let's take a look at the sample mini. It seems what we have here too are these are options that we can edit. Now, with our post section, the layout of our post is very specific, and this corresponds with how WordPress natively renders your post information. Now, what we have within our post is we have our main loop, but we have fixes inside, or I should say actually before and after the loop. And this is key because what this does is this provides a little bit of flexibility to give either an extra margin or add additional content before and after the loop. Let's take a look at how this renders in the output. So you'll see here that we have a bit of a gap at the top and a bit of a gap at the bottom, and this corresponds with our actual fixes that we've created. So we have our fix at the top, our fix at the bottom, and you can see within the loop itself also contains a small fix, and this is likely for when it's rendering additional children. So we can take a look at how that works. So first thing we can do is we can see the options that we can change within our index, and this is based on our design. You'll note here that with our posts we only have one, and that's simply because we have only a single post within our database. So let's add another. Let's publish. And now it's live. So let's go back. So now we have two posts. Let's take a look. And you'll see that they both display. Now the gap that's between the posts is reflective. If we go inside of our loop, you'll see that we have our individual posts, but we also have another fix, which what this will do is provide extra space between each post that's rendered. And we can change and manipulate this in any way. What's important about the fixes is that the color is irrelevant. You only need an area. These could have been invisible. Well, not invisible, but we could have changed the appearance, the alpha. But in reality, we want this to be displayed so that visually when you're designing, you understand where and why the spaces are applicable. So if we move a little bit more into the post itself, you can see that what we have is we have conditions now. One is if it has a thumbnail, this will be displayed. Otherwise, what will be displayed is another rendering, which within the post content, we have all our elements that we'd like to display. So we have a button that will, in essence, link to the individual post itself. So you can see the link that we're using. You can see that what we're using is the native WordPress method for the permalink. And this is very important that you can also use native functions in your actual link tags as well. It depends on how you want to structure your code. Now within the actual entry, you'll see that what we have is we have code for the title and the excerpt, and we're also calling the native WordPress methods to get this information. So this is a general breakdown of how the actual loop works within the main execution of our index page. So once again, what we have our post entry, our post content, which could be any type of content that we want displayed, anything from the post, we can grab that information. We have conditions that we can use the post under. One is with a thumbnail, one is without. We have our post itself, we have our loop, and we have all our posts. Now it's very important that you maintain this structure while designing your content so WordPress renders correctly. WordPress requires this structure to render.